Presidential election in India is set to be held on July 18th. NDA has nominated Draupadi Murmu as its presidential candidate, while opposition has put forward the name of former Union Minister Yashwant Sinha. Who is Draupadi Murmu? How the presidential elections are held? Some important facts related to it. Today in this video we will discuss. I have already made a detailed video on the process of presidential elections in India. I will put the link in the description. You can watch from there. Draupadi Murmu hails from Odisha's Mayurbhanj district. She started out as a teacher before entering into state politics. She has been an MLA twice on BJP ticket, serving the BJP-BJD coalition government that came in power in 2000. In 2015, Murmu was sworn in as the first woman governor of Jharkhand. She is expected to win as president because the NDA commands 48% of the electoral vote. Also, she will be getting support from BJD, from Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, the ruling party in Jharkhand, and even the Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has given his support. And it will be a big boost to the BJP's tribal push. President's election is given in Article 55. Article 55 mentions the manner of election. Article 55 Clause 3 gives proportional representation, single transferable voting system. I have already made a detailed video in which I have discussed proportional representation, single transferable voting system. I will put the link in the description. You can watch from there. There is secret ballot, no open voting system, and the members of Electoral College vote in this presidential election. Who are the members of the Electoral College? It comprises members of both the houses of parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and members of legislative assemblies of all the states and the two union territories, Delhi and Puducherry, which have legislative assemblies. Now, only the elected members are eligible for voting, not the nominated one, as well as members of legislative councils are also not eligible for voting in presidential elections. The nomination of candidate is to be supported by at least 50 electors as proposers and 50 electors as seconders. In the presidential election, no party can issue a whip. Means no party can tell its members that you have to vote for such and such candidate. What are the preconditions, eligibility criteria for the post of Indian President? Mentioned in Article 58 that she must be a citizen of India and should at least be 35 years old, and she can be disqualified on the ground of holding an office of profit under the Government of India or under the state government. Nomination process is simple. Nomination papers are filed with returning officer with 15,000 security in cash or check in the name of RBI or Government Treasury, and the candidates must be having name in the electoral roll. She has to provide a certified copy of her name in the electoral roll of the parliamentary constituency from he or she is the elector. This year, President will be broadly elected by 543 Lok Sabha members and 233 Rajya Sabha members and 4033 MLAs. The value of vote for each MP is 700. It was reduced from 708 after the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly was dissolved in 2018, and the value of an MLA's vote depends on the population of that state. How it is determined? There is a general formula to determine the value of a vote. The total population of the state is divided by 1000 times the strength of its legislative assembly. For example, if the strength of a legislative assembly is 400, then it will be divided by 400 into 1000, and the population which is undertaken for this process is based on the 1971 census. This has been done through 84th amendment of the Indian Constitution. Through this 84th amendment, any change in the boundaries of the constituency is forbidden until the national census of 2026 is published. So, for the calculation of MLA's value of vote, the population which is taken is based on 1971 census. Therefore, value of vote of MLAs differs depending on the population of that state, while value of vote for each MP is equal, which is 700. Total value of votes for MLAs for 16th presidential election is 5,43,231, and total value of votes for MPs is 5,43,200. So the total value of vote of electors for the presidential election 2022 is 10,86,431. Presently at 208, MLAs from Uttar Pradesh have the highest value assigned to their votes, while Sikkim has the lowest. The value of votes is only 7. The votes will be counted on 21st July and current President Ramnath Kovind tenure is going to on 24th July. Draupadi Murmu is considered to be an ideal candidate after having suffered personal tragedy of losing her husband and 2 sons. She faced a lot of hardship and rose to height through her consistent hard work. Murmu has been a grassroots politician with many firsts to her credit. She was the first woman and tribal leader from Odisha to be appointed as governor of any state. As we know that she served as the governor of Jharkhand from 2015 to 2021, the first governor to complete the term in the state. The BJP's move to name Murmu as its presidential candidate comes ahead of the assembly elections in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. The 4 states have 128 seats reserved for scheduled tribes, of which the BJP had won just 35 seats in the last assembly elections. With Murmu as its presidential candidate, the party can hope to strengthen its appeal among tribal voters. So this was all about presidential election and Draupadi Murmu. See you in the next video, and if you are new here, do subscribe, give a thumbs up if you like this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.